Hello friend, how is it going? Welcome back to Toyota Maintenance YouTube channel. I have a new customer. He's a Toyota Maintenance YouTube channel fan. He lives locally, discovered me recently and finally brought in his 2001 Toyota Tacoma two-wheel drive SR5 because he said he went surfing and he looked at his front tire. Do we have a luck with this lighting? Maybe not. It's always a problem with those skylights. So he was surfing, parking the dunes, and he said, especially this tire, it's really worn on inside. The other one is following. It's not so bad, but it's definitely worn on inside. I keep my truck in pretty good shape. He got valve covers done on the 5EZ-FE. So this is all clean. He put his spark plugs, correct ones. He unfortunately bleeded a lot of money on the transmission replacement. He said that was very painful, very expensive by some local shop. So that's the only problem he had, which was costly with this 2001 Tacoma. Other than that, he tried something himself. And he's like, well, I'm concerned about that alignment, that wear on the tires. I'm looking on the rotors. They're kind of weird. They should be replaced. The brake pads are fine, but the rotors, if you look at it, right? You see that? It's not really good. I don't know if they were resurfaced or the other way, that the brake pads were replaced without dealing with rotors, who knows. So he came for that. We discussed, hey, I will do the whole truck inspection for you. You are a new customer, let's go through all of it. I will charge you the same money instead of just inspecting the front suspension. Right out of the bed, when I finally lifted the truck, I found something what I never saw before. So let's go look together. Look at this. On that bad side where the tire is really worn badly, I never saw this. The lower ball joint. Look at that nut. That nut is going to fall off the lower ball joint any second. I already checked for the play. There's a zero play on upper. And as it was under the load, I didn't feel any play in that. I looked on the lower control arm bushings. They are ripped. So that job needs to be done. If you look, for example, here, do you see inside how that rubber is completely ripped? And it will definitely cause on both these tires this problem. It's unfortunate. The arms complete cost huge amount of money for both sides. If you touch that, you will be dealing immediately with alignment, obviously. Right, so this is all connected. So, but back to the lower ball joints. They are relatively easy to replace. That's not a big deal. But he's missing this cotter pin. It's a crown nut. Hopefully you see perfectly that detail. It's a crown nut, and to stop it from unscrewing and falling off, through that ball joint there is opening, and you put a cotter pin there, and that will prevent it from happening. So I don't know what happened on the other side. That opening, that hole is plugged. I'm looking at it right now. I will have to punch it out, clean the nut. The threads are not damaged, but the cotter pin is completely missing. The rubber boot of the lower ball joint seems to be totally fine. He said, I am concerned about my tie rod ends. So this one is correct, minimal play, but this one is completely ripped open. You probably see it. And this one has a metal clicking in it. So definitely that is a problem. These both tie rod ends should be replaced at the same time. Again, you see that cotter pin and that crown nut. That's the principle, that's how it works. You see them again, right? And here it's completely missing. I don't know how it got broke off or if it fall off or what happened. I see a little bit of squeezed out of that grease from that ball joint. I'm wondering if it was popping up and down, and it damaged the wear on the tire, if this was also part of it, or it's only the bushings in the lower control arms. I'm glad I can show it to you and him also. As I said, he's a subscriber. I met him first time today. It's a new customer, but this is absolute red flag screaming, no! This has to be immediately fixed, otherwise he can get in the accident. The brake pads, I think they have still left like 4 millimeters, but the rotors are really bad. I will put it in the comments obviously for him. So let's go and see what's up with this. Is everything still okay? I have multiple adjustments to do here. Let's see. Guys, unbelievable. He saved himself. He has some sixth sense. That was a great movie with Bruce Willis. Look at that. Look at this. Because I put it here under the load. Look at that. That nut, guys, I kind of hesitated to even do that. It's like hanging there, that nut on the last two threads. He is a genius. He has a sixth sense. He felt he is in danger without knowing it. Imagine if that nut was not there. Well, it will come out of the lower control arm, and then the whole wheel will start traveling outwards. It will rip everything off, damage the body of the vehicle, right? It will hit here. He just survived $1,500 to $2,000 damages. Sometimes my landlord behind that wall, they had the same Taco, which was 4-wheel drive. Absolutely the same, right? I even filmed that for you because it was sitting in the yard. It's on this channel. It was white Tacoma like this. The insurance totaled the vehicle because it was 4-wheel drive and the damages were even more extensive. I'm not sure if that CV shaft damaged the front diff. So that was reason to total here. He's 2 threads away from losing entire wheel. Absolutely unbelievable. And I'm not sure if you saw that broken cotter pin. So I will use this little punch. Oh, snap-on, wow. I wonder how much I paid for this. And I was still at the dealer. Funny, huh? Look at it. I will point it there. This is the opening. That's the hole where that pin's supposed to be. So, the nut. Yep, you saw it yourself. It was approximately 2 turns, 2 full turns, and it ended up in my hand. Isn't this unbelievable how lucky he got? His gut feeling was absolutely correct. So, here is the little hand. Here is the punch. I will get in your way. And look, the opening, it's nice. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. Look at it. And these are the remainings of the cotter pin. And I looked at it closer, and as that shaft with the threads was traveling up and down, it completely got damage right here. That thread is destroyed, and that's why the nut will not go up. So this is a relatively easy replacement. I will definitely not try to save this, and this needs to be replaced today. And I will go ahead and create an additional estimate for these lower control arms bushings. You have two ways to deal with it. You can remove and press in the new bushings or replace the whole arms. There are two ways to deal with it. Both outer tie rod ends for that steering, because this one is banging, clicking really badly. You can see that rib there, right? When I grab the wheel, it's completely banging. This is questionable. It might be just that sand because he's a surfer, and I definitely don't feel any play in this one. However, I should probably do the both sides. I can offer it and he can make his decision. Normally some shops will only replace it in the pairs, because they say, well, if they are old, they should be replaced in the same time. We don't know how old they are. There is a different problem. There was a failure because the nut got loose and it almost fell off. So maybe this one is good. That's questionable. So I will write him all these estimates. The upper ones, which are famous to fail, right? You guys know that. They are fine. There's a zero play in them. Maybe they were replaced recently. I don't know. So we will continue with that. The bottom line. He's so lucky, because it was only 2 full turns and he was going completely loose this entire wheel and have some very serious damages, right? It's very easy that this whole thing, when the wheel falls off, rips and destroys that rack. And that's easily, depending where you source it, that's easily another $1,000 on this vehicle. So really good luck for him that he somehow felt to make appointment. We actually, it's another little part of the story. He was scheduled for a week later, but somebody got sick and cancelled Friday's appointment. And I told him about it, and he said, oh, can I take it? Because I really feel I want you to look at my truck ASAP. Sure enough, we just saved him some big headache. Looking at these rotors, look what's happening on those. On the test drive, vehicle was braking normally, but if you look at these details and you look how the rotor is worn, the thickness, I don't even need to measure it. When he will decide for the brake job, the pads are still like 5 millimeters, but if you look at this, it's just done. I will be not using the brake lathe to resurface those. This has to be replaced too. So thank you for watching. Make sure you are subscribed, because I have a lot of videos coming your way soon. If you like the video, please give it a thumb up, and I will catch you in the next one. See you later, my friend.